Hey everybody, it's your pal Drew Dracy, 30-year veteran of the comics industry. I've worked for Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, IDW, CrossGen, a little of everything. Well, I just picked this up at the store, my local comic shop. It's a 5-issue miniseries done by Paul Levitz and Alan Davis. Now, in case you're wondering, Paul Levitz, he was a DC guy for like 45 years. He started off as just a writer, then he became either an executive editor or an editor-in-chief. And he has love for source material. And when he and Jeanette Kahn left DC, I think something was missing. Dan DiDio, he sort of was all over the place with relaunches and Infinite Crisis and Crisis and all that crap. But anyway, this is a love letter to the source material of the original Avengers. Now, it's penciled by Alan Davis. There's no credit for an inker. Usually it's Mark Farmer, and he's not there. I'm wondering if it's shot from Davis's pencils or if he inked himself. And I believe he's inked himself. And if you feel otherwise, write in the comments below, please. I really want more comments. That would be wonderful. And hit like and subscribe if you like the content. But please, chime in. I don't delete anybody's comments, even if it's somebody who tells me I'm a piece of crap for thinking of something. I don't care, it's all about interaction. So, All Out Avengers. Here's my one problem with All Out Avengers. That's a nice piece there, but I saw an ad recently where Ghost Rider was in one of the Avengers stories. And back a couple years ago, they had Conan as one of the Avengers. And really, they should just stop calling the title the Avengers, because everybody in the Marvel Comics universe is an Avenger eventually. So it has no importance to it at all. It's just foolish to even say that, because anybody who shows up, they're an Avenger. So they used to have standards. Now they have Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider, as you see my previous episodes, but no. Drink it in, everybody. Matt Hollingsworth's a great colorist. And Rochelle Rosenberg does a wonderful job in here, too. I'm not familiar with the name, but she's really good. How about that cover? Oof. I would love to own that cover, except I have to, mortgage the house, probably. It starts off perfectly, like you'd want to. They're coming back from a portal that Thor made with his hammer, and down here there is a footnote, and it says, if you missed Avengers 11, true believer, go out and get a copy. So it's right away you kind of see where it's going, but it's not a simple pastiche or knockoff. It's something that actually could be canon, because it doesn't interfere with the books before or after, between 11 and 12. It's just a grand adventure featuring everybody's blue-headed guy, Kang. This coloring is excellent. And you know why? I think color holds should be saved for either explosions or, ray guns and stuff like that, because the black and white line art stands on its own. And if you make everything a color hold, then it kind of diminishes the value of color holds. Color holds. Where my voice cracked. Well, puberty. I'm just getting into it. Anyway, Hulk gives Giant Man a big old smackdown. And good old Cap. Fearless Cap. Cover this up. I'm trying not to spoil it for you. See? I never spoil it for people. Here we are. His drawing of that era's Iron Man. Oh my gosh, it's as good or better than anybody else at the time. Come on, there we go. He's got the old rivets. He says, "Glad I could get here in time." from his battle with the Mandarin, Tales of Suspense 62. I totally dig it. So he fights and fights with his repulsor rays, but to no avail against the Hulk. So I see a nice little smush. Look at that. That's great. That's such a Kirby panel, but it's, you could tell it's not a swipe. He just totally is absorbed into the era. And Hulk knocks Iron Man into the ice rink at 30 Rockabella Center. Sorry about that. And he goes, they do indeed, Hulk, but only if they reach me. Sliding on the ice with my roller skates should get me out of here even faster. The roller skates, the legendary roller skates, which I love. Miss me brainless? Thing is, though, well, roller skates on ice would probably be worse. You need ice skates on ice. And the Wasp has never looked more adorable than in this book. There's Rick Jones. Famous hanger honor to superheroes all over. He did, Alan Davis did, I think, a story in Savage Hulk, which was a square-bound book. I think so. Now that, I love that. I wonder, I think Alan Davis could have just drawn that from reference, but, you know, if he used, you know, Google Sketch or anything for that, it's not obvious. You know, he might have, but either way, I don't care. It's just perfect. And he's not slavish to that. I think that's my point. I'll have to check with myself. Now that has a real Don Heck feel to it. It reminds me when he fought Titanium Man. Titanium Man. Man. I ain't saying much because sometimes the art does all the talking. And they go to the Fantastic Four. The Baxter Building they're not in. Little land there. That's nice. And we get past all that. And we get a troll coming through the time. His name is Sindri. He helped forge Thor's hammer way back when. Wow, check it out. We get nice and close. An armored man against me? Iron is our clay. I love that part. My shield's not iron. Well, they're trying to keep people, the innocent bystanders, at bay. And Patsy Walker, a fangirl, shows up and she says, I saw them. They were great, but this is scary. Maybe I should go back to high school. I'm with you on the Beatles, Patsy. Paul's dreamy, but Thor's got the looks and the muscle to make you pass out. There's our classic Alan Davis, wonderful, earth-shattering explosion. I'm thinking part of it is he might have called the shots on the coloring as well. I mean, I think the colors is great, but Alan Davis always has this sort of preferred color palette. Guess who shows up? The Lava Men. I love that outfit there. Or outfit, the shape of his head. So I ain't gonna say too much because it's just too awesome. I don't want to screw it up. Okay, and I cover some stuff up. This one guy's caught up in lava on the surface, and Cap grabs him and goes surfing. That's such a Cap move. I love that. Another cover that's just, I can't say anything much about it. It's perfect. It's just perfect. Another charge. I love that costume on her too. It really, in the comics originally, she was just drawn as like a generic woman, and here she seems to have some distinctive features. Come on. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. And Davis is the master of expressions. Him and Kevin McGuire are pretty much tied. Kang is busy conquering, which he likes to do. There's my printer just cleaning itself. This is a great segment. Okay, let me get it up. Working on it, everybody. Sorry. He's basically trying to run from the lava men. Repulsors pushed him away, but more keep coming, and their heat isn't good for my armor. How many of them are there? How many? So he keeps getting pressed and pressed away and towards the ceiling of this cave, and Giant Man's kicking some ass, which, you know, they never did way back when. Okay, you've seen that from the inset. Kang is such a great character. I feel like he got screwed up in the Ant-Man Quantumania, which is just awful. That was an awful movie. It was just clumsy and kind of low rent looking. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the awesomeness. And Paul, like I said, Paul Levitz, he really has done his homework on all this stuff. Well, he didn't have to. He was more of just a fan, like many of us. That's the cover variant that I picked up. I'm such a big Iron Man fan, but wowzer, I would love to own that. Oh, okay, well, here are the variant covers. This one is by Lionel Francis Yu, superstar. This one is by Martine Cocochio something, whatever, but it's beautiful. Sorry if I mangled your name, sir. Felipe Masafara. It sounds like a lot of my relatives who have very long names that end with a vowel. This is by Mike McCone and good pal of mine, Maury Hollowell, who I met at CrossGen, and he's great. He's fantastic. So we got more variant covers. Stefano Caselli. I think I inked him on a Batman annual like in the 90s. I may be wrong. Here we go. Mahad Asar and Matthew Wilson. And this I love too. Oh, what's weird is Groot appears nowhere in this issue, but it's on a variant cover by Chris Allen and Guru FX. I think they had a month in Marvel Comics at the time that would feature Guardians of the Galaxy on each cover that month. Just a wacky promotion. But that's it, everybody. That's it. Pick it up. Really good. All right. Well, you have a good day, and that's about it. Bye.